What's up, militia, and welcome back to the wonderful world of Anitra. I'm Mr.Creekyt, and today we'll be finishing the path. But first, let's have our 10-second silence for those who have fallen. Okay, and we're back. I don't know why, but it's so cold today, man. Like, I know in the YouTube short I said, it's not cold, it's not like super cold, but no, it really is cold. My toes are already frozen. My shoe was wet, because yesterday, you know, the path, it's on the side of the creek, practically. So I have to, like, kind of get into the creek in order to put, in order to make the structure strong, so the whole creek. So, when making the path and stuff, if you just put dirt there, it's going to be kind of collapse, because dirt isn't that strong due to if you just keep throwing buckets of dirt on stuff, it's going to sink because of the air in it, and then of course it'll most likely sink into the creek. So, and then of course then the creek will wash it downstream. Because of that, I have to kind of get into the creek and make sure that it's all down packed in order for it to, you know, hold weight. So yeah, other than that though, I don't like this bridge at all, man. Other than that though, yeah, so we're gonna be finishing the path today, and you can hear my voice kind of cracking right now because I'm shivering. I have even a shiesty on and stuff, and I'm cold, pants, all this on, and I'm so cold. Oh my gosh, man. I don't think we're going to be spending long down here, to be honest. I'm actually really cold. Yeah, it did rain yesterday too, so that's what brought the cold in. But yeah, other than that, we will be finishing the underground house. Or not the underground house, the path. I can't think today, man. My mind is cold. Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, also we're going to be building hobbit holes. So it's going to be really cool because they're going to kind of interact. I think counteract means like, yeah, it means countering, but so interact with, after creek progress comes the skits that I'll be performing down here. So such as like, you know, Lord of the Rings, which will be called Lord of the Things, and it'll be like, you know, a thing that has the power instead of a ring. And if you haven't seen it, I mean, if you haven't seen Lord of the Rings, I mean, come on, it's in the title, so I'm not spoiling anything. But other than that, yeah. So, and then of course Star Wars, I don't know what I'm going to call that yet, and then Harry Potter and stuff like that. So it's going to be like skits that are going to be not too long. Nothing, you know, that we're going to get copyrighted for. It's going, because it's going to be in our own words and stuff. But yeah, anyway, so we're going to be doing that. So we're going to be making hobbit holes soon. And like over here, it's going to be kind of flattened out. But I don't know what that is. But anyway, it's going to be flattened out into more flatter land. And then of course, which this area will be kind of the marketplace, like all throughout here, even on top of the underground house. Oh, okay, I'm still filming, oh my gosh. Thought I got stopped. But anyway, yeah, so, anyway, so this area is going to be the hobbit holes and, the marketplace, as well as underground houses too here. So it's all going to be like a big, kind of a big place. Yeah, it's all going to be kind of different buildings and stuff. So the underground houses, we know it as the labs. The hobbit holes will just be normal houses and businesses, and then the marketplace will be, well, businesses too. If you don't know what a market is, it's kind of like a open business. You know, like a business that's like in the open though. A revealed business, okay? Not like behind walls or anything. It's a business that's with the stand and stuff, you know? All that. But anyway, I can barely breathe in this thing, man. Anyway, though, yeah, so that is that. But today's science class, man, it was really fun. So we play this thing called Gimkits, And if you do online school, then you know what Gimkit is, most likely. But we're playing Trust No One, which is like practically Among Us, but we're learning stuff. Man, I never laughed more. Well, I have, but I've never laughed that much while doing school. That was a blast, because number one, my science teacher that I have this year, she is really funny, and also like she makes the class fun. And of course, as well as like all the classmates, or like the ones who participate, are kind of all good friends. So so it makes like the class even more fun. So there's a lot of laughter. We're pointing fingers like, kick out this person, and it was all fun. And of course, like the second to last meeting, I think I was kicked out. I wasn't the imposter though. I mean, I did cause my own mayhem. Hey, I told them to vote out a imposter, and then we did. And I told them to vote out one of my friends, and they did. Which my friend was not the imposter. Anyway, though, yeah. So that was all fun and games. We were talking a bunch. This is like review week before we take IA3. The second to last IA we have to take, and the last IA will be the second to last week of school. But anyway, yeah, so we've been so it was a really fun class, a lot of laughter. My science teacher was like, my daughter who's in 3rd grade, I figured out who was calling my phone. It was my daughter's boyfriend. Like it's but and my daughter gave the boy my phone number because she doesn't have a phone. And then she also said, like in class, he brought her daughter flowers and stuff, and I thought that was actually really sweet, as well as the whole class did too. And then also, my other friend in the class was like, me and blah blah blah. I'm not gonna say their name because I keep people's name secret and stuff just for their own protection. So me and blah blah blah, which is another classmate in there, are I forgot what he said. I believe it was like boyfriend and girlfriend. And my science teacher was like, yeah, no, I kind of figured that out. And I was like, man, I'm creating a full-on civilization. A full-on civilization that made out of reusable resources that's actually life-size, and I don't got no one. And yeah, so this place is gonna get tech soon too. Like when we get monetized, I'm bringing hydropower and stuff down here, and as well as a tablet that's going to be monitoring the whole entire power and everything else down here. And also I have the idea, so what we're gonna do to help the world. But yeah, it's all fun games. And it was a really funny class. I was laughing a whole bunch. I was smiling a whole bunch. So the class went by really fast because we all were kind of there having fun more than actually doing. I mean, we did school and we learned too. But see, we were there and we were focusing on the class, yet we were also having a really good time. That's what I want a lot of teachers to do. I wish everyone had that experience. It's definitely a super fun class and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, also, now we're going to go away from that and focus on the solar storm. So, number one, YouTube. YouTube, I need you to kind of push my algorithm. And the reason why is, I need people to see this. See, so if you have a boat license and a boat, so you can drive the boat, and you have, a plane and a plane license, I'm going to need you, as well as everyone who can drive and stuff, to start delivering mail throughout your country. And the reason why is, we actually we need to get world leaders and stuff here too. We need to create a international congress if the solar storm does happen. There will be no contacts, no sonar, no emergency services, no internet, no Bluetooth. any electromagnetic stuff that we actually have will all be disabled from the solar storm. And actually, I thought it was going to be for a couple of like days. No, it's for several months, so most likely a year and some change. We won't have power or internet. So this is when, parents need to start focusing on their children, because it's going to be a big hardship for them. So see, schools won't be able to do anything. I mean, how are you going to do school without power and stuff? So children will be more at home and stuff. And also, how are you going to do work without power? Because most work now uses computers, electricity, all that. So you can't do anything there either. So how are you going to do anything? So that's where parents need to start focusing more on their children, because see, we're all used to the electronics we have nowadays, but without that, it's going to be pretty big hardship for a lot of people. Not myself, honestly. I think I'm gonna just get perfectly well through it. I mean, come on, look at this. The only way I'm not going to get well through it, I don't want to cook food on a fire. I have an electric stove, not a gas stove. Well, I mean, there's a gas stove in my basement. So I guess we have to move down there now to start cooking. But yeah, so like, I don't have a gas stove like in our main kitchen. Our house is old, okay, so you have to put that in notice. That's why it's like a big house, because it's old, and it didn't cost much because we bought it when prices were cheap. My family bought it, I think, a year or two before I was born. So yeah, so that means it's about 15 years old, the house that we have. It was 20 years old when they bought it, so it's about like 35 years old now. But yeah, so I'm talking about the house. The house is 35 years old. But yeah, anyway. So we have an electric stove. Okay, it's not gonna be easy. That's why we need companies to create generators that are powered by solar, hydro, and wind. And we need these generators for people to buy, and that they can power like maybe 3-4 rooms. So yeah, that's what we're gonna need, especially during the winter. Like, that's gonna be a pretty big hardship for a lot of people, because now they're going to have to like bundle themselves. There's air going up my jacket, man, like at my back. But anyway, yeah, it's gonna be a pretty big hardship for a lot of people. So that's where we're going to need everyone, like all hands on deck. Blue Cross organization will be created during that time, as more of not a charity. Sorry about that. Not a charity, but more of a organization that will be delivering mail to get the International Congress going. And if you can speak different languages as well, that's going to be definitely great, because we need you to kind of communicate with world leaders. And now, it's not going to be easy. Most likely a lot of us are going to get arrested. And the reason why is, you approach your world leader saying, hey, I need you to come to this International Congress, which we won't be using that tone, but still, it's going to be like, whoa, okay, man, no, that seems like a trap. Because, world leaders are always a bit, jumpy when it comes to people. So, we gotta, think about this. And we still have a year to think about it. Next year is when supposedly the solar storm is going to happen, so, yeah. If it does, then you know what to do. But yeah, so I need YouTube to push this so people can see this, so then I can earn money, and then so I can create the office, which then the people with planes and stuff and boats and can speak different languages can contact me, and then I'll give them the location of the office, and then people can go there, and that's where most likely they'll be housed for now, which when they're all hands on deck, that's when they'll all go to different countries and stuff, which I'll be paying for them for their gasoline and stuff like that. Of course, you can't even buy stuff anymore. There's no power. How are you supposed to pay? So yeah, this is why. And then, of course, this will be, the change of